This tutorial will explain how to locate fractions less than 1 on a number line. So when we look at all of these fractions, whether it's 2/4, 5/6, or 3/8, they are all less than 1. So we're dealing with just pieces of one whole, which is why each number line only goes from 0 to 1. Well, the very first step to locating the fraction is dividing the number line into the correct amount of pieces. So the denominator of each fraction will tell you how many pieces to divide this 1 into. So on the first one, we're looking at 2/4, so that means there needs to be 4 equal pieces. So from 0 to 1, from here to here, I need 4 equal pieces. So I'm going to divide that in half, and then I'll divide the halves in half again to make fourths. So now I have 4 equal pieces on my number line. Notice I only had to draw 3 lines to make fourths because my fourth line is already here drawn for me with the 1. Now the numerator of my fraction is 2, so that tells me how many of those fourths I'm talking about and which fourth to put my dot on to locate it on my number line. So since it's the number 2, I'm going to count over. This would be 1/4. This is 2/4. So I would put my dot right here. Now when you do this, you don't even necessarily need to write these fractions underneath if you know that that is the 2/4 fraction, but it can help sometimes to do it anyway. So this next line would be 3/4, and then 1/2 is when I have all 4/4. Okay? So these fractions underneath, you don't necessarily need to write them, but if this is something that gives you a little bit of a challenge, writing the fractions underneath the lines will definitely help you out. Alright, so let's take a look at the next one. The next fraction is 5/6. Again, I look at the denominator to tell me how many pieces to break my 1/2 into down here on my number line. The denominator is 6. I'm going to need 6 equal pieces. So I'm going to break it in half first, and now that leaves me with 3 pieces out of this half and 3 pieces in this half, and that will give me 6. So this first one is 1/6, then I have 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, 5/6, and 6/6, which is also equal to 1. And the numerator tells me which one of those I need, and that's 5/6. Well, I already counted them, so 5/6. Oops. So my 5/6 is right here, if my computer wants to work. 5/6 is right there. All right, next one. 3/8. Denominator is 8. 8 pieces. Divide them in half. Now I'm going to divide each half in half again, so that makes fourths, and then I'm going to divide each of the fourths in half again to make eighths. And counting over, I have 1/8, 2/8, 3/8. So this is my spot right here. Come on. There's my 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, and 8/8 again. So that's how you can locate fractions less than 1 on a number line. And one other thing that I just want to mention for you to take notice of is that all of these fractions, 8/8, 6/6, and 4/4, are all equal to 1/2 because we have all of the parts by the time we get down there to 1.